Hello everybody, and welcome to the Sea of Thieves. In this episode, we'll be discussing two more factions, called the Athena's Fortune and the Reaper's Bones. In previous episodes, we've discussed the three main trading companies, but in this episode, I will be introducing two of the more prestigious of companies. The Athenas are a culmination of all of the main trading companies, a love letter to the entire Sea of Thieves, piecing together everything we love about its adventures, while the Reaper's Bones is the antithesis of the Athenas and the trading companies, the opposite side of the same coin, if you will. While the Athenas brings a variety of new treasures that can only be sold to the Athenas, their adventures are greater than the sum of the trading company's existing voyages, with one of the voyages having you dig up buried treasures and slaying skeleton captains, and the other Athena quest having you dive into shipwreck graveyards and destroying ghostly bastions to save the fate of the Sea of Thieves itself. The Athenas may be inspired by all the trading companies, however you can only sell Athena treasures to the Athenas. Meanwhile, the Reaper's Bones can and will take any piece of treasure you offer them. The Reaper's Bones despise the trading companies, for they believe them to disgrace the very idea of the pirate sanctuary that is the Sea of Thieves. For they try to skip the middlemen that are the trading companies, by offering you profit for every treasure you turn into them. They even entice pirates to go out and hunt down trading company emissaries. But before we go any further into these companies, I must discuss the prospect of becoming a pirate legend. Now, in terms of a quote-unquote endgame, Sea of Thieves' endgame is becoming a pirate legend, though throughout the years, this goal has become easier and easier, to the point where it can be done within a month or two after starting the game. The status of Pirate Legend is achieved once you achieve level 50 in 3 separate trading companies, and once that is done, you must converse with the mysterious stranger in the tavern of any outpost. From there you will achieve legend status, and receive a new legend song to play from any instrument. Keep in mind, you must have the promotion purchased from each of the companies you have achieved level 50 from before you interact with the mysterious stranger. But with the legendary song known as We Shall Sail Together, it is used to enter the mystical legendary hideout. This hidden entrance can be found in the tavern of any outpost. Once the tune is played, these stairs will open up to you, and once descended, you will find a mythical portal at the bottom, usually behind a waterfall. While there may be multiple entrances, there is only one legendary hideout, so if anyone else on the server enters the hideout at the same time you do, you will see them down there. Though do be wary, for it is not a safe zone. Down here you can come across a selection of ghostly characters, such as Blind Bob, the Band, and the Pirate Lord. The Pirate Lord is the one who discovered the Sea of Thieves after the disappearance of the ancients, as well as being the leader of the Athenas. He protects these seas from the shadows, but he is known to hire the occasional Bildrat to save the Sea of Thieves, and to show for the occasional christening of a new captain ship. Becoming a pirate legend unlocks a whole other part of the game to explore, with new quests, more rewards, and exotic cosmetics that show people that you've earned the right to call the Sea of Thieves your home. But now let's get into the details. For the Athenas, you immediately gain access to the emissary flag, contrary to having to get to level 15 for the other trading companies. But besides that, the emissary for Athenas works exactly the same. Once reaching grade 5, you will receive an Athena emissary quest, and a 150% bonus to any Athena item you sell. But for the first quest of the Athenas, you have your basic Athena voyage, where you are given 3 maps for chapter 1, 1 riddle, 1 treasure map, and 1 skeleton bounty. And once chapter 1 is complete, you'll enter the second and final chapter, taking you to a single island to dig up the greatest Athena treasure, the Chest of Legends, the single most valuable Athena item in the game. The next Athena quest is called the Veil of the Ancients, also referred to as simply the Veil quest. The Veil quest has 3 parts to it. The first and second parts could be 2 of 3 alternating tasks. These tasks reward you with a Veil Stone to plug into the Veil of the Ancients mask by the helm. Starting off, we have the Suds task, where you speak to Suds on a specific island, which will then lead you to another island where you must solve a puzzle, leading you to a Veil Stone. The puzzle you face will be one of 3. The first puzzle being several close-up images of an island, where there will be an ancient symbol placed on one of these images, indicating where to dig to find the stone. These images are also all you have to decipher what island you must travel to, harboring a couple of iconic landmarks to recognize it by. The second puzzle will show you the whole island, much like a normal buried treasure map, but this map will have many ancient symbols scattered across the island. All but one of these symbols are actual paintings you can find on the island. Your job is to find the one spot where the painting doesn't match the symbol in the book. Then simply dig in front of that painting. And for the easiest and final puzzle, you'll have a slightly zoomed in picture of an island with an X marking the spot. You'll have to know what the island is based off only seeing part of it. The second task would be the Bell task. This task has you meeting Bell on an island disclosed in the book, where she will offer you the Lantern of the Damned to light ancient, ghostly statues around the island. Holding the lantern up will show you the pulsating beacons around the island, leading you to each of the statues. Once all statues are lit, there will be one more statue that will spawn in the center of the island, which will have a beacon that leads to it. Once the statue is lit, you will be met with friendly ancient ghosts, who will assist you in the coming battle. Soon after their appearance, the ghostly reapers will materialize to fight the ancients and your crew. Eventually, after a certain amount of ghostly reapers are slain, you will face the Soulflame Captain of the Damned. Once slain, he will drop an assortment of Athena goodies, and the Veilstone will be offered by the ancient priest by the statue. The third and final task you could face is the Shipwreck Graveyard, the easiest of all of the tasks. Once you receive this task, the book will state that you must go to the island written and seek for a shipwreck in the written direction. Once reached, you will plunge into the water, discovering that multiple shipwrecks lurk below the water. Each of these shipwrecks harbor normal treasures along with the occasional Athena treasure. Also, bubble zones will be present to help refill your oxygen level. But what you seek is the key that unlocks the flag shipwreck's captain's quarters. This key could be in any of the ships, besides the white one, or the flagship. However, you can find the location of this key in a book inside the wreckage of the flagship, telling you exactly what ship you'll find it in. But once you've unlocked the captain's cabin of the flagship, you will discover the bulk of the loot, along with the Veilstone within the center chest. One fun fact regarding the shipwrecks: if you see a shipwreck with about 20 birds, then it is an organic shipwreck. But if it has 8 birds or so, then it is a shipwreck spawned from a quest. Anyways, once you plug in the Veilstone of the second task you've been given, you will reach the third and final part of the Veil quest, which is the same every time. This part will have you travel to a Veil tornado near the island written in the book. This tornado can be seen from across the map by any player, so be careful and be swift. Once you reach the vicinity of this tornado, it will fire 3 bolts of lightning to summon 3 different ghost emplacements. These emplacements are destructible bastions, so make sure to get in as close as you need to fire at them. Once about 4 or 5 shots land, these structures will break down. Fun fact, these emplacements harbor 2 storage crates of the damned when destroyed, allowing you to restock if you're low on supplies. Once you take out all 3 of the emplacements, the tornado will dissipate, revealing a massive ghost bastion. Throughout all of this, the ghost ships will be orbiting the active emplacements, and once the final bastion is revealed, ghost ships will be orbiting that as well. This massive structure has multiple destructive points. Once you take out each section of the bastion, the quest will be completed, which then you can hop onto the front of this bastion to find the bulk of this quest's loot, with multiple ghost treasures and Athena treasures, along with a single chest of legends in the middle. Amongst all of this loot, you will find the final Veilstone to complete the quest. Another fun fact, completing this quest will always reward you with grade 5 in the Athena Emissary flag, which is more than can be said for any other trading company quest. Another quest the Athenas have to offer is the legendary search for the Skull of Destiny. This short quest will offer you an Athena's Wayfinder Compass, which acts exactly as the Gold Hoarder's Wayfinder Compass, though instead of leading you to a parchment in a bottle, it will lead you directly to the Skull of Destiny. Once dug up, this quest will end, though it will also spawn multiple fate skeletons from the Fort of the Damned. Speak of which, this Skull of Destiny was made directly for the Fort of the Damned, as it has all 6 flames of fate inside the skull. Just using right trigger, R2, or left click, it will change the color of the flame inside. This skull can be used as a lantern to solidify any of those fate skeletons, but also you can retrieve any flame of fate using your own lantern. This makes the starting process for the Fort of the Damned incredibly easy. Yet another benefit only available for sailors who have achieved the status of Pirate Legend. One final quest for the Athenas is the legendary search for cursed treasure, which will offer you yet another Athena's Wayfinder Compass, which will lead you to guaranteed cursed treasure such as the Chest of Sorrow, the Chest of Rage, and the Chest of 1,000 Grogs. This will benefit any sailors looking to receive fancy titles and cosmetics for completing those commendations. Once an Athena reaches grade 5 for the Emissary, they will receive an Emissary quest which grants purely Athena treasures, across a riddle quest, a treasure map, and a skeleton bounty. And once those 3 maps are completed, another map will appear in your quest wheel. A map leading to an island with 2 X's, one for an Athena gunpowder barrel costing about 3 to 4k in gold, while also having the power of a mega keg, and the other X being an additional chest of legends. So in other words, this Athena emissary quest is like a faster and more profitable version of an Athena quest. But that just about covers it for the Athenas. Now for the Reaper's Bones. The Reaper's Bones is quite often seen as the bad guys, as the Athenas are quite often seen as the good guys. And in the Sea of Thieves, you have the freedom of representing either faction. The Reaper's Bones is the epitome of high risk, grants you high reward. While the Athenas and the trading companies have the outposts to sell goods to, the Reaper's Bones only have the Reaper's hideout to sell goods, except for turning in emissary flags, which you can turn in any emissary flag to the Reaper's Bones representative on the outposts. Every single outpost has a Reaper stand, with a skeleton hanging in a cage above. This stand has a table at its base, which allows you to vote up your emissary at any outpost, but the skeleton hanging in the cage is the representative that will take any emissary flag you offer it, and you will receive full reputation and price. Speaking of emissaries, to counter the Reapers, the Athenas will pay you equally for any Reaper's Bone emissary flag turned into them. But back to the Reapers. Another risk to being an emissary, you will always show up on the map to any who sail in the same server as you. However, instead of receiving an emissary quest once you achieve grade 5, you will be granted the ability to spot any emissary on the server, allowing you to hunt your next paycheck with ease. Now, one may ask, why would I risk myself associating with these villainous cadavers? Well, while you may be able to bear the mark of any other of the trading companies, they only offer you a 150% bonus to one company at a time, excluding one emissary, but we'll get to that in a future episode. But with the Reapers, they grant you a 150% bonus to absolutely everything you sell to them, which means being a Reaper is the most lucrative way to becoming filthy rich. While the Athenas have a great variety of Athena goodies, the Reapers only have a few things that are only sold to them, those being the Reaper's chests, non-Reaper emissary flags, captain's logbooks, and gifts. Reaper's chests come in two different forms. The normal Reaper's chests, which grants you 25 Bilgerat doubloons when sold, and the Reaper's Bounty, which grants 10,000 gold when sold, both of which can be found in shipwrecks, and rarely in roaming skeleton captain orders. Captain logbooks can only be obtained from sunken captain ships, and gifts, currently, can be found in organic skeleton fort vaults and the Burning Blade. Gifts come in two different forms as well, humble and generous, humble giving 5 doubloons and generous giving 10. But that is everything I have to say about the Athenas and the Reapers in this episode. If I've missed anything, please make sure to let me know in the comments. The next episode will be regarding debris and the Devil's Roar. So if you have any questions regarding that, please leave them down below. I will answer any and all questions. And if you could leave a like and subscribe while you're down there, that would be super appreciated. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.